4 young men in search of a hiding place in forests of the high Sierras. In the back of their truck, the body of a teenager. According to later court testimony, 2 of the young men in the forest that night had had sexual relations with their victim. All hell had broken loose at a party when someone blurted out that their girl, the girl everyone knew as Gwen, was transsexual. In their eyes, a boy faking it as a girl. With one of her former lovers screaming out, "I can't be gay, I can't be gay," Gwen was kneed, punched, beaten over the head with an iron skillet, and finally strangled with a rope. They dumped Gwen's body in a shallow grave and crushed it down with rocks.
Her face was caved in. You couldn't even tell that this was my child anymore. The bruises, it's horrible, horrible. I mean, you could tell that she had been beaten. During her transitioning, this was my biggest fear. That she would be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and someone would discover that she wasn't a she and would have male anatomy and kill her. Hate kills, and it killed my daughter.
In the heartland of the American Midwest, 8-year-old Noah is already a boy apart.
Midwest America is a real difficult place for a child like Noah. We have a lot of farmers, hardworking people that have always grown up that a boy's a boy and a girl's a girl, and it's also a strong religious belief that Noah shouldn't be like that because God didn't make him that way. It's hard to make people understand.
I like to make stuff out of ribbons and stuff, like shirts and skirts and stuff like that.
I know it's nothing that we've done. Noah has been that way since he's been old enough to express himself. We've done many things to try to steer Noah away from the way he is now. Nothing's been encouraging. I think with a child like Noah, if you accept him unconditionally, you're teaching him love. You're teaching him that his parents love him and they support him no matter if he's different than the other boys. And I do know one thing, he didn't choose to be like this.
You put it like this, put it in the back, then you twist it in the back, pull on it like that, put it up here and tie it.
Were you worried about this?
Yeah, I was very worried about Noah. I didn't want him growing up, being liking girl stuff or whatever, thinking he was a girl. Nobody wants their son to grow up like that.
Then you've got to keep on wrapping it around until there's nothing left of it. And then you've got to tuck it in so it stays. Then you have a skirt.
It would be very much relief if Noah, when his hormones kicked in, that he just started acting like the rest of the boys. It would be a relief to me because I know the main thing, his life would be a heck of a lot easier.
I'll have this be...
Noah's mother, Michelle, and her present husband, Mike.
Did I not give you 2?
Noah's older brother, Luke, a boy like any other boy. For the sake of the children, the adults agreed to put their differences behind them and build a relationship that would make the boys feel equally at home in either household, their fathers or their mothers. Not the only decision that makes this family special.
We don't know a single other family that deals with these issues. We're working it all out ourselves, and then when I have my family that's saying, the family I was raised in, that's saying you're doing it wrong, and I feel so much in my heart that I'm doing it right, sometimes it's overwhelming.
Why do your family think you're doing the wrong thing?
We're a Christian family, and that's what the Bible teaches literally, specifically. I think in Deuteronomy it says that men are not to wear women's clothing. In Genesis it says God made a man and a woman so that they might procreate. This is exactly what it says. No matter what was written in the Bible or any historical document, I can't believe in a God who would not love my Noah for exactly the way he is.
I hope that he will be grounded enough in who he is to be able to withstand that and just be himself and say, I am who I am. You're the one that has the problem.
He gets teased, boys and even girls come up and ask him, are you a girl? And they'll call him, you know, names, slur names that you'd hear, and he gets it at school quite a bit.
Are other children ever unkind to you?
Not usually. Usually they're just asking me questions.
Like what?
Like, are those girl shoes, or are you wearing girl shoes? And they just ask me questions like that, like about my clothing and stuff.
When you start being called a lesbian, homo, fag, when you get called a he, she, the question I think that bothers them the most now is, are you a boy or a girl?
I would just like to tell people that I don't feel like answering all those questions, so don't ask me.
What are your greatest fears?
Just that someone will hurt him. I've read it more than once, that there's about a 50% chance that these children will be killed or kill themselves. That would be my biggest concern.